Hi everybody, it's Colin here from Woodthorp International. I'm going to do some different types of videos on YouTube. I'm going to put it up weekly at 7 o'clock on a Wednesday, as in 7 p.m. on Wednesday. And they're going to be a lot shorter. I'm just going to do 5-10 minutes, show what I've been doing. I might show things what I've got. There might be a small bit of running, and there also might be how I did something or how I do something, that kind of thing. But it isn't going to last very long. That's what I think is going to be the future. So I'll show you what I've been up to. Okay, so nothing's been done on the furniture factory, but I have put this raised bit up round here. I'm doing that for a couple of reasons. One, to cover the point motors. There's one there, one in there, and one under there. But it's so when I film, you don't see what's on the other side of it. You might see the top of the building, but that'll be about it. I have to look up to see it. And that was very nice of that to move on it. Anyway, the track is done. There's 2 lines here for probably box wagons, and it might be some wagons like those centre bars to bring timber in, so they can make the stuff and manufacture it. But there's 2 sidings there, and then there's a head shunt here, that one, and that then I can leave them there, take what I want off, put them into here, manoeuvre, do a bit of shunting while the trains are running round on fully automated. That's the idea of this area of the wood factory, and over there the lumberyard and timber making facility. So they can run through on this line. Once they get off the main, then I can do some shunting and stuff like that. That's the idea. It's all been weathered as the track. I weathered the track before I put it down, and the point motors are in to power the points there. And naturally I've done all of these now because it's a way of getting in and out of the yard. So that's what I've done up to there. And I've now powered all up here. All these tracks have got power on. I'll show you with the light. All of them have power. They've all been put into iTrains. They're all got the name blocks now. What I haven't done yet is motorise these 2 points. I have only 1 motor left, but I have enough to do another 7 on the hardware, which is another board I've done here. And I've got 3 available on that. I have another total new one of those to put in, which will now start going in on that wall. I won't have a board because it's not very wide. Barring a line going in from that point there round here to put an engine in, and there's one at that end on the end of that point there which will go in between those two rails. All the track is now laid in America what is in the visual zone, which will all be scenic and stuff like that. Now some of the track is weathered. Again, all this track has been weathered before I fitted it, but like all of the station, I've got to weather that and ballast it, and naturally I've got to ballast all this lot. But the other thing I've done is that line there is the line what's going to come from the fiddle yard. Now I've put it in just 2 lengths of track, and that can just act as a bit of storage for now. And then there's a line here which is coming up, and that is going to be the line what comes from Europe. And again, I've put that in with 2 lengths of flexi track so I can store stuff on. So that's an extra bit of storage there. Now what I'm not going to do straight away is those 2 sidings for spare engines. What I'm going to do next in the track world is under here I've got to put my Y turnaround for turning the engines around to face in a different direction. And I'll also continue to bring a bit of track from over, let's finger over there on that back one, which is behind those 2 bottles, and it curves across here to turn to go into the fiddle yard. Now I'll probably only bring the track to somewhere over there in this area to stop it. And the other thing I want to do is then bring the track what's coming down that slope and round here, connect this board up. This board needs to be altered. I just chucked it in at any height. It just needs to come up a bit. So again, I'll be able to make another block in that and store another loco and goods wagons behind the computer here. And that is all part of the line coming in from Europe, which will come through that wall over there. So that's my idea, is to finish this bit, put those 2 bits, a little bit of tracks in, do this Y, which will lead off to go into the fiddle yard and to return stuff back from the fiddle yard on the line what's running along the back. So that's the plan. So I'll just, as I do things, I'll film it, show you it. Next Wednesday it'll be in a 10-minute slot. And if there's anything, there might be a bit longer video if I've had a problem, or to show you something in particular, how I fit a point and things like that. But the American lines, barring the 2 sidings for engines at each end of the station, the track is down. And all is on the computer, on iTrains, so it can run and do more things in a way now if it wants to. Or I can run my goods yard area, as I said, and iTrain can run the main lines. So I hope you like this shorter format, and any scenery I do, I will show you. Still an awful lot to do, but it's all good fun. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.